A large study used records from Great Britain's national healthcare system to compare the effectiveness of 2 ways to treat cardiac disease, which is measured by the number of years patients live, patient survival rate after treatment. The doctors have 500 cardiac patients who are willing to participate in the study. The patients are randomly assigned to one of 2 groups, one group receiving traditional surgery and the other group receiving a new method that does not require surgery. The doctors found that the difference between the mean number of years of survival of patients receiving surgery and patients receiving the new treatment was 11.5 years. What study is this? So we've got experiment, we've got observational study, and we've got sample survey. So the big thing here is if you have people who are randomly assigned to 2 groups and applied treatments, you have the highest level of sort of scientific and statistical survey. That's an experiment. Remember, we had the Venn diagrams of what they all had. If it did not have 2 treatments, if there was still if people were still randomly chosen, but people weren't randomly assigned 2 treatments, that would have been a sample survey. And for an observational study, you don't have either of those. You don't get to randomly choose and you don't get to have 2 treatments. But this one was an experiment. What are the treatments? The treatments are the different ways that they handled it. One received traditional surgery and the other group received a new method that does not require surgery. So that's the treatments. The subjects are the 500 cardiac patients. You need to write down both of those. Can you generalize the results of this study to some larger population? So the idea is you need to have chosen, the people these cardiac patients need to be representative of the larger cardiac patient group. So if we're going to generalize, we need these patients that were chosen to be representative of the cardiac patients in general. So the one thing is that to a certain extent it can, especially because they were randomly assigned, but cardiac patients who are willing to participate in a survey might not have the same kind of qualities that general cardiac patients have. So because they were not randomly chosen from all cardiac patients, the answer is no, you can't quite generalize. You would need to do other kinds of things to see if the results were generalizable. Describe exactly what you can conclude from this study. Well, because the difference was 11.5 years, it seems like there was an actual difference in the response, right? So the new treatment, people tended to live longer by 11.5 years. So you can conclude that for this kind of group of cardiac patient who are willing to participate in the study, that the new method that does not require surgery does increase your life, does increase your chances of survival rate after treatment.